This is the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology, Africa's oldest aviation school and the first one ever. This school has produced so many dignitaries, pilots and aircraft engineers. It is a training ground for pilots and other numerous aviation-related courses. We are on a facility tour and we'll be speaking to the rector and other heads of departments. The institution, which is one of the most powerful aviation agencies under the able supervision of the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, SAN, stands today as a symbol of excellence, innovation, and human capacity development in Africa's aviation industry. Welcome to the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology, Zaria, the cradle of aviation training in Nigeria and one of the continent's most respected centers of aviation excellence. The story of NCAT began long before its magnificent structures and world-class facilities emerged on the plains of Zaria. In 1959, at the 12th Assembly of the International Civil Aviation Organization, held in San Diego, California, the vision for a dedicated aviation training institute in Nigeria was first conceived. Recognizing the strategic importance of aviation to national development, the federal government of Nigeria sought the support of the United Nations Development Program to assess the feasibility of establishing a civil aviation training center. The outcome was historic. In 1964, following the approval of the project's report, the federal legislature passed a bill establishing a civil aviation training center in Zaria. On October 23, 1964, the law was signed, giving birth to what would become one of Africa's foremost aviation institutions. The college was established as a landmark partnership between the federal government of Nigeria, the United Nations Development Program, and the International Civil Aviation Organization. Together, they laid the foundation for an institution dedicated to training aviation professionals, promoting operational safety, advancing technical research, and strengthening airport management and flight operations. For a decade, the collaboration flourished, producing skilled aviation personnel who would go on to shape Nigeria's growing aviation sector. Then, on December 31, 1974, a new chapter began. The federal government of Nigeria assumed full responsibility for the management and operation of the institution, demonstrating unwavering commitment to developing indigenous aviation expertise. As the aviation industry evolved, so did the institution. In 1977, the college's Board of Governors foresaw an expanded future and recommended a change of name from the Nigerian Civil Aviation Training Center to the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology. The recommendation reflected a broader vision, one that extended beyond conventional training into advanced technology, research, innovation, and specialized aviation education. Official approval followed, culminating in the enactment of Decree No. 41 of 1990, which formally established the institution under its current and globally recognized name.
The college, first of all, was established in 1964 by the United Nations as part of regional development for Africa and for Africa. And they operated the school for 10 years before finally handed over to the Nigerian government, the then military government, in 1974. That's after years of successful take-up and operated by the United Nations. So from then, we continue operating from Nigerian government Nigerian government continue to operate it under the then Federal Ministry of Aviation, and it's continued to expand our program now. Now we have about, when they started, I think they have started with about 2 or 3 schools. Flying school for pilots and various training programs. And in that school, they have about almost 30 programs. And then we have aircraft maintenance engineering, which is also one of the largest. They have over 60 different courses going on.
This department, as you mentioned, FMD is Flight Maintenance Department. One of the cardinal responsibilities for Flight Maintenance Department is to carry out maintenance of the college fleet. We have multiple fleets in the college right now. Like this one is called the TB9 aircraft. The one behind there is called the TBM 850 aircraft. Is the fastest single turboprop engine in the market. We also have the Diamond DA-40 aircraft. All are used for ab initio training. We also have the DA-42, the twin engine of this model, the DA, that is the Diamond aircraft series, which we use for twin engine training. So in a nutshell, we carry out maintenance of the college fleet to airworthiness standards, and all these maintenances are done by a 100% Nigerian crew here in flight maintenance.
Today, NCAT stands as the heartbeat of aviation manpower development in Nigeria and a beacon of excellence across Africa. From pilots and air traffic controllers to engineers, flight dispatchers, cabin crew, airport managers, and safety professionals, generations of aviation experts have passed through its halls.
This is it's a one-stop shop for aviation ecosystem in Nigeria and Africa. Like, I knew you were going to ask this question. This morning, I was discussing with one of my colleagues. I was telling that I've been around continents and countries for training. I've never been to any school that has as much facility as we have in Zaire. We have like 6 schools, all on the same campus. Most schools internationally, no matter how big they are, they only have like one school, like flying school, or engineering school, or air traffic control school, or business school. But we have all of that together. In fact, our latest school is a firefighter emergency school, where we have this simulator, firefighting simulator. I guess you saw it. There is no school in Africa that has that. Even in Europe, you can count the number of schools that have that simulator. Not only that, we have the 737 NG simulator.
Its mandate remains clear and unwavering: to provide world-class aviation training, to enhance operational safety, to develop technical expertise, and to produce the highly skilled workforce that keeps the aviation industry soaring.
My name is Edna Akpan. I'm a student of the SP36 course. I've been here for about a year and a half now, and I'm currently running for my PPL license present. I mean, I watched a lot of aviation movies, and also my parents motivated me to go apply it if I really love it. And I'm here today, and I'm happy studying this course. Number one is discipline, actually, because they have trained us to be accountable for our actions, and discipline is the main thing, and accountability, respect, honesty, transparency. I mean, a lot of good attributes.
Okay, do you think you can fly an aircraft now?
Yes, actually, I can. I've gone solo, so yes, I can fly an aircraft alone now.
Okay.
Runway 05. Continue on this heading, and you have the runway at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Yes, I have the wrong
Okay,
insights.
so you have tried to rejoin, so set 3-1.
Let's rejoin from the 0.
Through decades of dedication, innovation, and service, NCAT has transformed from a visionary concept into a globally respected institution. Its graduates can be found across airports, airlines, aviation authorities, and airspace organizations around the world, carrying with them the hallmark of professionalism and excellence. Every great institution is shaped by visionary leaders, and the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology is no exception. Since its establishment, NCAT has been guided by distinguished administrators, aviation professionals, and technocrats, whose collective contributions have transformed the institution into a globally respected center of aviation excellence. The journey began with Mr. Oswaf A.F. Strong, who served as project manager from 1960 to 1965, laying the foundation for what would become Nigeria's premier aviation training institution. He was succeeded by J.F. Polifka, who served as project manager between 1969 and 1970, helping to strengthen the college's developmental framework. As the institution began to grow, N.A. Akingbemi took over as principal from 1970 to 1973, steering the college through its formative years. From 1974 to 1985, Engineer Y. Bandele provided over a decade of leadership as principal, overseeing significant expansion and consolidation of training programs. Briefly, in 1985, Engineer M.D. Abdullahi served as principal before the institution entered a new era of leadership. Between 1985 and 1989, Group Captain H.Z. Aziz served as commandant, bringing discipline and strategic direction to the college. He was followed by Captain Abagana, who led the institution from 1989 to 1999, a decade marked by sustained growth and increasing relevance within the aviation industry. The dawn of a new millennium ushered in a succession of rectors and chief executives who continued to elevate NCAT's standing on the global stage. Engineer A.I. Ozaka served as rector and chief executive from the year 2000 to 2002. Engineer E.A. Kuti followed from 2000 to 2004. From 2004 to 2007, Engineer Mrs. M.F.A. Odutola made history as one of the institution's first ever female leadership. Between 2007 and 2011, Captain Adebayo Babatunde Araba guided the college through another significant phase of development. From 2011 to 2014, Captain Mrs. Chinyere Kalu MFR, Nigeria's first female pilot and one of the most celebrated aviation pioneers, took the reins of leadership. She was succeeded by Sam Akinyele Colcrick, who served from 2014 to 2017. Between 2017 and 2021, Captain Abdul Salami Mohammed led the institution, further strengthening its reputation as a center of excellence. From 2021 to 2023, Captain Modibo Alkali Mahmood continued the college's legacy of innovation and progress. Today, the mantle of leadership rests on the shoulder of Dr. Danjuma Adamu Ismaila, the Rector and Chief Executive of the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology. Under his stewardship, NCAT continues to expand its capacity, modernize its infrastructure, embrace emerging technologies, and reinforce its position as one of Africa's foremost aviation training institutions.
You are welcome to our 737 IPT trainer, integrated procedure trainer. This is where we train our pilots that are coming here for 737 type rating on 737-800NG type rating. So we finish after the ground school, we come here and do the training, and we do some of the flight exercises here before we go to the actual simulator.
Despite its remarkable achievements and global recognition, the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology has not been without challenges. Yet, through resilience, innovation, and strategic support, the institution continues to navigate these obstacles while maintaining its position as a leading aviation training center in Africa.
The challenges for the running of the college is enormous. First, the cost of running the college is very high. Aviation, as you all know, is capital intensive. Maintaining it also is capital intensive. We spend a lot of money in maintaining our aircraft facilities, upgrade of some of our facilities as well. Like some simulators, you need to continue to be spending a lot of money upgrading every year. Maybe thinking that it's just the facility you have acquired. That is not all. The original manufacturer would like you to be updating it, upgrading it, and it costs a lot of money. Once in the flight school, where you see aircraft undergoing training, we have a shortage of aircraft. I don't know, it's varies. Sometimes we normally have a maximum of maybe 7 at a time. But it varies, depends on the condition you find some of the aircraft. You find that maybe sometimes 4 or 3 aircrafts are undergoing repairs. So that means they are off the air. So you'll be managing with only 2 aircrafts. And looking at consideration of our number of trainees, every student pilot is expected to cover some hours before he graduates. So as such, you see, as from 7 o'clock every morning up to 6 o'clock, that time when they close the airport, they are on schedule. This one will go and come back, this one will go and come back. So all the aircrafts are optimally utilized just for students to get the required flying hours so as to graduate. No student will graduate unless he acquire that flying hours. That is the requirement of NCAA. Many applicants, we are receiving applicants from all quarters, from all over the federation, both from government agents, state governments want to sponsor, from individuals they want to sponsor. But the number of intake, we have only 25. We can only have intake of 25 twice in a year.
Yeah, instructors, they're not comfortable now. We hire them and they leave. But I mean, you can imagine where a pilot that I trained is making 6 million, 7 million, and I'm making like 1 million. You understand? Somebody I trained. So these are the things that is making other people that are not as stable as I am to leave.
We have issues with spares. The funding is intertwined across multiple frontiers. Our training needs, because part of the requirement for maintaining this aircraft is the personnel need to be current. Every 2 years, we're expected to go back to the manufacturer and retrain. This is because the aviation industry is dynamic. You need to understand the new changes even within the aircraft you have acquired. And then we also need spares and equipment that are a bit obsolete, I would say, though functional, but there is room for improvement. That will in no small way improve our productivity as far as maintenance are concerned.
From one generation of leaders to another, the mission has remained constant to train, inspire, and produce world-class aviation professionals who keep Nigeria, Africa, and the world connected through safe and efficient air transportation. These visions are what the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus K. Amosan, has been guiding jealously.
First of all, he has given us all the necessary support and cooperations to achieve what we have achieved here. In fact, without his support and cooperation, we wouldn't have achieved anything. So his leadership has drive us to success. Okay? First of all, whatever you initiate, you take to him, he will look at with merit and give you approval. Okay? So I think that is the good leadership that we expect from somebody like a minister to do. So we are indeed happy with his support, cooperation that he gave us.
Their collective legacy is written not only in the history of the college, but also in the thousands of aviation professionals whose careers began within these walls.